At teams like Liverpool, players that cost £75 million plus, especially when they are defenders, they defend very well and they don't cost their team goals, and they even rescue them when they are needed most. But at Manchester United, a defender like Harry Maguire, who costed that amount of money, he fails to protect his team by acting as an avenue for the opponent that United is playing alongside with, that is Burnley, to give him an aid to score us a goal, and that is an equalizer in there. And he has not even looked ashamed in there to be the captain and costing United into this game. Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? It's Burnley 1, Manchester United 1. These are match reactions. The match reaction and highlights in there. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I told you in my match preview that if United is to come in and win this game, it has to be Harry Maguire, because I knew that United would score, but Harry Maguire is vulnerable, and again, he has costed us that. You get, his vulnerability has costed United this game, because he really looked shaky into that goal. He would have done better. You get, there is no way they slate you like that. You are slow in there, and you look at how that ball is played in, you just know that Harry Maguire is really a troll at Manchester United, and he's really costing this team so many chances of really coming out and winning. And we've not won again. We've drawn, we've dropped 2 points at Burnley. Remember, this team is at the bottom of the table, and we have missed out on closing down on a team which goes by the names of Chelsea, because we went into this game while having 2 games in hand. You get, and if at all we really won, it would have been 6 points behind Chelsea. Now, there are 9. You get, now we are 8 behind Chelsea. If we win the other game we have in hand, of which I don't know whether we'll come in and win it, because look at such a display by Manchester United, playing the first half very well, and we really had a chance to close in and bring in very many chances and goals to be scored into that game of Manchester United versus Burnley at the first half. By the 45 minutes track, because we scored even 2 goals that were really crossed out because of VAR in there. But I really felt like we would have done far much better. Is United turning into first half FC? Because when you look at the game of Middlesbrough, played very well in the first half, came back in the second half, we looked trash. You get? Sorry about that. I really feel like we are lacking a certain gear at Manchester United. There is a gear that we are lacking at Manchester United, guys. We are lacking another pedal and a mindset of our players to get back into the level we're supposed to be. Because in a game like this, after going ahead by 1 goal, it's the captain who is supposed to really tell the players what to do. And guess what? A person who is supposed to tell his fellow players what to do, he's the one who costs us this game. You get? We are now at 33 points. You get? And this has really opened a door for teams like Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal in there. You get, if at all Arsenal wins, because we came into this game when we had played a game more than Arsenal. Now we've played 2 more than Arsenal. Arsenal has 2 games in hand. When it win those 2 games they have in hand, Arsenal is going to be at 42 points. They are going to be 2 points ahead of Manchester United, which United had a chance to go in and close that in there. United has 39 points now. You see, Tottenham Hotspur played 3 games more than Tottenham Hotspur, and they're just 3 points ahead of them. That means for sure they win all the 3 games in there. United is in for it. So I will feel like the dream is still alive, but a draw against Burnley just puts some darkness into the dream. Light has been blocked again by Manchester United, but after failing to win this game, this was a game that was supposed to win, because we really came up in the first half, we really played very well, and we really had to do the needful in there to create more chances in there for you. And secondly, I have to talk about Marcus Rashford. Rashford is really too selfish. Even when the manager turns him onto the right-hand side to see to it that he has to cross in that ball, he doesn't. Because to me, I will feel like Rashford, those 2 shots that he really had on target, were they 2 or 3 in the first half, I think all of those shots, if at all he had really crossed into that ball to find Edson Cavani, it would have been a clear goal in there. So I will feel like, however much he contributed very well when he played in Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw squared that ball to find Paul Pogba, and Paul Pogba placed it back at the back of the net, I will feel like he would have done more, because that was a pass that saw Luke Shaw make a very good run in there, and that showed that had really run short of ideas in there. But I really feel like if at all he had done what he did in that back heel that Varane did in the second half, you remember that was saved by the player of a team which goes by names of Burnley. If at all Rashford, all of the chances got in the first half, did that, cut inside and lay that ball into the 6 yards area of a team which goes by names of Burnley, then it would have been different story altogether, because we would have gone into the first half by close to 2 or 3 goals to nil, because Rashford had many chances to really square that ball to find a well-placed Cavani into the midfield in there. So I really look at this team as a team that cannot even lift up itself, because the captain has laid it down. No one has led Manchester United than the captain of Manchester United, Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire has put this team down. You get? There are goals that you concede and demoralize the entire team. You get? And Harry Maguire is not this kind of captain who is exemplary at the pitch, because he's not exemplary at all. And who is really going to get and lift up these Man United players when they're already down? No one. So Harry Maguire is a very big reason as to why United is really going on to lose such games in there, because games are won by clean sheets. You get? People are really coming out and slamming Harry Maguire, because I'm seeing a story in here on Match Day Evening. You say, sell him. Man United fans slam Harry Maguire after Burnley equalizer. Yeah, he's not supposed to be the captain of Manchester. He is not fit to be. He is not fit to be the captain of Manchester United, because captains of Manchester United don't behave like that. Did you see Roy Keane? Did you see Nemanja Vidic? Did you see Wayne Rooney? You get? Those are the captains we are talking about. Eric Cantona. You get? You can't be letting your team down and by conceding such stupid goals, and you come in and brag in here that you are the captain. Even when you get corners that are directed onto your head, you don't direct them to the back of the net. All right, just put a target onto them and they go on goal. You get? But you head them outside in there. So I really feel like Harry Maguire is a very player who is costing United this game. As I really came out and warned you about this, I told you that United, if United is to win this game of Burnley, it's going to rely on Harry Maguire's performance, and you've seen it. But the good thing is, Lindelof is back, and if at all I'm the manager of Manchester United, there is no way Harry Maguire starts the game of Southampton, because Southampton has 2 fast defenders. Because when you talk about fast players, you cannot bring Rodriguez. Rodriguez, who slotted Harry Maguire down, is not one of the fastest players within the Premier League. But a team which goes by the names of Southampton, it has Adams who leads the line in there. They are a fast team, and we are playing them in an early kickoff on Saturday. I cannot put Maguire into that game. You get? People are here slating him, Maguire. I'm having a comment from Official Noso. One of my friends on Twitter is saying Maguire is either hugging Shaw or tackling each other. Omo, this guy's captain my club, and I can't wrap my mind around that. And that's what annoys me. You can't be the captain of Manchester United and you're performing like Harry Maguire. That's out. A captain is supposed to be exemplary. Maguire cost us 2 points. You get? Imagine the most expensive player, or the second expensive player onto the pitch, because Paul Pogba is the most expensive player onto that pitch when United was playing. He cost us a goal, stupidly like that. Maguire, you aren't fit to be a Manchester United captain, and you aren't fit to start ahead of either Eric Bailly or a player who goes by names of Lindelof. And I told you that if at all any competent manager, when it comes in at Manchester United, there is no way Harry Maguire can start into that central defense. No way. Because look at that goal. If it was Eric Bailly, he was closing that man down because of his pace. He was closing him down immediately. But he couldn't. You get? Harry Maguire doesn't close him that. You get? If it's Lindelof, his game reading is way far much better than that of Harry Maguire. I come out on a daily basis on this channel and I tell people that if you are a slow defender like Gerard Piqué, you have to be having a good game reading. Harry Maguire doesn't have a good game reading. You get? You know, he has a weakness that he only plays well while playing onto the left-hand side of the central defense. Now, this movement All attack of Burnley finds him when he's on the right side of the central defense. And you saw what he did. You get, he was slated down, he accepted to be slated, and Rodriguez put that ball into the back of the net. What a shame. What a very big shame. A game that would have seen David De Gea get a 7th clean sheet at Burnley because he had gone close to 6 games without conceding a goal. A tough more in there. But Harry Maguire ruining our night. That's it. Because Paul Pogba did his job and United had done its job of getting that one goal. You get that one goal, defend very well, and then we win this game. But if at all we can't defend these goals in there, and this is where you're really going to get to know that Harry Maguire, Mr. Bottling all our games, is really going to cost United more and more games if at all he's not taken off this pitch. I really tell you that there is no way Harry Maguire should start the game of Southampton because this is what he does. This is in his DNA. Ruining the games of Manchester United is what he does best. We are a goal ahead and you let in a stupid goal like that, you get, and you are the captain. So I really feel like we are really into turmoil if Harry Maguire isn't put back onto the bench, because all of those games that we won, Harry Maguire was on the bench, and the consistency that we really kept with the clean sheets, all of those games Maguire was not available, and we only keep clean sheets when Maguire is not on the pitch. On the game of West Ham that we won at Old Trafford, his performance was average. I can really come out and brag about him that, oh, Harry Maguire came up and put up a brilliant performance. Where? Against West Ham. You didn't. You didn't, because you even got a stupid yellow card and you are excused from getting a red card because you did a foul onto a player at the 18 yards box area when you had already been booked. You get? So that's why we saw the manager of Manchester United making Phil Jones warming up because they wanted to take you off the pitch. You get? So I cannot listen to anyone who is defending Harry Maguire, because when has he put up a very outstanding performance that is consistent? He will come in and put up a performance in a single game, and his inconsistency will let him down, because I'm 100% sure Harry Maguire will never be consistent. 1. 2, he's as slow as a snail. You get, he has got a snail pace. There is no way United is going to go any further with players like Harry Maguire. United should come out and admit the loss they made, and I really feel like United should get in a manager who can come in like Lampard. When Lampard went to a team which goes by names of Chelsea, he said to Kepa as a Balaga, however much we bought you close to £80 million, it's not me who bought you. You are not fit to be into my goal. He brought in a goalkeeper who goes by the names of Mendy. And even before Mendy came in, Caballero was already taking over. So that's what I really like of a manager. And I want to see Rangnick as he did to Ronaldo today, because Ronaldo performed very poorly in the game of Middlesbrough and he benched him and Cavani started. You get? So I want Rangnick to come in and put Maguire back onto the bench and bring on either Lindelof or Eric Bay to partner Rafael Varane in the game of West Ham that we're going to play, the game against Southampton that we're going to play over the weekend. Because if Harry Maguire plays in that game again, he's going to ruin it. He's going to ruin it. And the previous season, people never saw the ugliness of Maguire, because most of the games we were winning, but we were conceding. Ralf Rangnick comes in, he tells people in his first press conference that the problem of Manchester United is that we are conceding very many goals in there. So we've been not conceding goals when Maguire was away. Maguire returns, we go back to that. So I really feel like this is something that we should call out. Maguire should not take us for granted. You can't come in and cost such a goal, and after costing us such a goal, you put up nothing. I've seen people like John Terry, I've seen Nemanja Vidic, I've seen people like Virgil van Dijk. If at all it was Nemanja Vidic who had committed such a foul, you would have seen him putting up a heart-fought, spirited fight to come in and see to it that he really gets a result. You get? And no one is going to excuse Harry Maguire on this, because this is what he eats. This is what he drinks on a daily. This is what he sleeps on. This is what he dreams. Costing us goals is what Maguire does best for Manchester United. Nothing else. He does not score goals. You know, he's the tallest man on the pitch. You get? He does not win corners. You get? Then what is his importance at Manchester United? Because even when he's out, we don't feel he's absentia. When he's present, his presence is not felt. So I'm asking myself, what's his importance at Manchester United? I don't see it. And moreover, to make it bad, Maguire is the captain. And the captain is the worst performer to the pitch. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm having DIW and it says Usungu Ngabunji. No, it's not all about Usungu Kubabunji, but the fact is, you can't be a captain and you're performing like that and you're costing points for your team. You get? The best United should get out of this season, it's complete top 4 positions, and they are reining it in there. The simple games United are supposed to go on and win are not being won because there is a captain who comes in and ruins our games. I tell you, if it was Eric Bay or Lindelof, that goal wouldn't have gone in. It wouldn't. He would have found in a way of sliding into the stackle. You get? Because Eric Bay closes in very, very easily in there. So I feel like we are really heading towards a very worst period of this season if Harry Maguire stays onto that pitch. Because teams are fighting for survival. You get? Burnley plays like that and they win us. People who had a team that had close to 12 shots in the first half. You get? And Harry Maguire had a honeymoon. He had a honeymoon into the first half because this team was not attacking. He had a honeymoon. Second half, oh my God, they really had to go for him. And by the way, these teams are wise. They target him because they know that he's slow and his game reading is poor. So they target him. And every player who would like to really hurt Manchester United would not tempt to go to take himself to run in the space of Rafael Varane. No way. He'll run in the space of a player who goes by the name of Harry Maguire because he knows he can sit him down easily, and when it comes to pace, he can beat him. So they target him game in, game out in there. So that's what I had to say about Harry Maguire. I'm sorry this video might have been long, and we've been talking a lot about Harry Maguire, but I had lots of things to talk about. Edson Cavani, lack of service, and it really costed him a game this, because I really come and told you that a player who goes by the name of Rashford really had close to 3 chances. Instead of squaring that ball to find a player who goes by the name of Edson Cavani into the 18 yards box area of Manchester United, guess what he did? He just gone ahead to hit it with the goalkeeper. Yet this is the easiest. Cross that ball, square it to a player who goes by the names of Edson Cavani, one of the best number 9s in the world. He will put the ball into the back of the net, and Rashford went ahead to be selfish in there. And in the second half, he did something good when he ran into 2 defenders of a team which goes by the name of Burnley, and he squared that ball to find Rafael Varane, and Rafael Varane did a back heel in there that really lacked energy, and it was cleared off the line by the central defender of a team which goes by the names of Aston Villa. So I really feel like Rashford needs to do lots of things, and if to improve himself to a level of which most of us think is going to be, he should come in and do the needful, and do the needful, and do the needful. I'm having Stu MC says United never learn. This is no longer the kick and chase 90s when Fergie won trophies with obese defenders. May Pallister and Stephen Bruce. To field fatties like Shaw and Harry Maguire is brainless. But Shaw really had an assist on goal. You get? Shaw really had an assist on goal. I really feel like Shaw played very well. He played very well, and he had no problem, by the way. But I will feel like there is a very big misunderstanding between Harry Maguire and Rafael Varane. Because when you look, Harry Maguire is not supposed to be playing onto that side. That is the side that is being defended by Rafael Varane. And what is Harry Maguire doing there? You get? The level at which United is at, their goals we're not supposed to be conceding. We are supposed to be conceding goals when a team has really made a lot of efforts, and you just have to appreciate it. Oh, that's supposed to be a goal against Manchester United in there. So I really feel like a player who goes by the names of Harry Maguire is really a problem. And Stu MC says, how many goals has he leaked this season? So other elite team has 2 fat defenders. To me, I really feel like it's not all about being fat, because we've seen other teams really having defenders like Thiago Silva. If you call fat players, he can really come in through and he defends very well. You call it Virgil van Dijk is fat too. He's fat. Look at Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is fat. You get? It's not all about that. And by the way, in the modern football, it's not all about your pace or your body size, but it's all about your game reading. I will feel like the game reading of Harry Maguire is too loud, it's too dull, it's too low. That's the problem with him, because if you are not a fast defender, you must be very alert. Your game reading should be way up there. That's what I really think. That is something that Harry Maguire does not possess. He's a slow defender. You get? His game reading is poor. And I ask myself, why would United go in and get in a player like him? If you put Laporte, Matip, Van Dijk next to Varane, it's a different grave. Yeah, you're right. You're right. To me, I really believe, even if it's not Laporte or Matip or Van Dijk, I think we have Eric Bay or Lindelof. It's a different story altogether, because we've seen games Varane playing alongside Lindelof, and we've not even considered goals. We kept clean sheets because they really have a very good communication. I will feel like there is a way Manchester United captain, who goes by the name of Harry Maguire, undermines Rafael Varane. He does not listen to him, and the reason as to why they don't perform better together, Harry Maguire thinks that I'm the captain, I'm supposed to command Rafael Varane, yet in the hierarchy, Rafael Varane is a better player and a better experienced player when it comes to such games. He's supposed to be commanding Harry Maguire. And I think what brings the problem is Harry Maguire does not listen to the instructions of Rafael Varane, yet Rafael Varane can command Eric Bay and Lindelof, and they can listen to him, hence playing very well and keeping clean sheets and winning us games. That's something that I think Ralf Rangnick should look at. Get Harry Maguire, put him back onto the bench, and let things go normally as they're supposed to be in there. You're saying that if you... Steve MC says Pogba and Van Dijk are athletes. Yes, they are, but I think they are fat. Even Luke Shaw is an athlete also, but Harry Maguire is not. Maguire and Shaw are shapeless. That's not really. It's not about being shapeless, because we've seen very many amorphous players that they come in and they put up a fight and they really play very well in there. The problem is of one player. Ask yourself, why is it that when Harry Maguire is not in that central defense, our back four plays very well? That's the big question you're supposed to ask yourself in there. You get? When Harry Maguire is not into a back four, it plays very well. When he returns, most players don't play as they're supposed to play, because this man is costing players, is costing our team. He wants to be the leader, yet he's not a leader. You get? That's what I really think in there. So smash the like button, comment and share, and feel free to go into the comment section like Stu MC and really tell us what you think about this game of Manchester United having lost 2 points against a team which goes on a Burnley by securing a draw, which I will feel like it's nasty, something that I feel like I'm going to have a bad night because of that result that really saw Harry Maguire cost us that game in there. I go about Ronaldo. Ronaldo came in and he played some 20 to 30 minutes into that game, but I will feel like something is not okay with Ronaldo, and that's why the manager had to put him on bench, because in the game against Middlesbrough, he missed a penalty and close to 2-3 chances that he missed. He's brought into this game. Guess what happens? Ronaldo brings in... who brought in the first cross? Was it Luke Shaw? Was it Sancho? There is a first cross that was brought in. It finds Ronaldo. Free header, heads it over the bar. Again, another cross is brought in by Elanga. It finds Ronaldo. He heads it wide away, wide far from goal. Those are goals that you know that Ronaldo is 100% going to score. 2 headers. Ronaldo is one of the best headers of the ball. If I'm not mistaken, he's the best when it comes to heading that ball. And he doesn't do so. You get? So something is wrong with him, and it looks like, having got a goal from a different source like Paul Pogba, we need to see these players really getting in more goals more consistently in there. So I will feel like I won't blame the manager anymore, because he really did what he had to do. First half, we could score like 3 or 4 goals, but we didn't. You get? We scored 2 and VAR nullified 2. The first one, I think, that was a close call in there. And I call for VAR to come out and really do the needful, because the call that was taken of pushing someone, I will remember Rashford being pushed by a defender and the penalty was not given. So I really feel like United is really opening the doors for teams like Spurs, Arsenal, West Ham to come back into this. Because if you go ahead and win this game against Burnley, Arsenal is playing on Thursday and you're really creating more pressure onto them. You get? So that's what United had to do. United had to go in and win this game, whether, how, or where. They had to go in and win this one because Tottenham Hotspur is playing Southampton. You get? You don't know what the result is going to be. And Arsenal are going to play Watford. Arsenal playing which team? Arsenal playing Wolves tomorrow. That is Thursday in there. So we can't put our season basing on these other players, on the mercy or the results of performance of other teams. We have to go in and get these points in there. It's really absurd to see that we are not getting these points that we're supposed to be getting, and I really feel nagged over this Man United performance in there for you, and Arsenal to be able to keep a clean sheet against a team that was not looking all that to be a threat, but because of a simple mistake like this, United buries its positions in there. Ralph Rangnick has really come out and had things to say about this performance of Manchester United in there. Rangnick, let me first see what Harry Maguire said. Harry Maguire said, disappointing goal to concede our behalf. It was a last man challenge, so I did not want to make the challenge. David De Gea was close and almost made the save. That's shit. That's shit, Mr. Harry Maguire. Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? Prevention is better than cure. Mr. Harry Maguire, prevention is better than cure. You cannot really come and tell that the challenge was so close. Take the challenge. Why would you allow that player to go on you like that? Take the challenge, take it. Take it, because even when you never took it, because you had the chance to take the challenge outside the 10 box area, but you never took it, what happened? You get? You even went ahead to concede a stupid yellow card. The way you hold that player on the center half is the same way you did against Arsenal, and you were excused because in the game against Arsenal, Mr. Harry Maguire came up and did the same thing into the box area of Manchester United. It would have been a penalty awarded to a side which goes by names of Arsenal, and VAR let Arsenal down. I really tell you, if you're really going to get any harvest into this season, Harry Maguire shouldn't be onto that pitch. No way. He shouldn't be onto that pitch. He shouldn't be onto that pitch. Tammy James says, and what was Ronaldo doing at the pitch? Man United doesn't need Ronaldo anymore. No, that's out. United needs Ronaldo because Ronaldo is a goal scorer, and we judge him on the many chances that he gets. And the previous 2 games, Ronaldo has been shit. I can come out and say it evidently because even today he got 2 chances, 2 headers. Those are some of the outputs that we know about Ronaldo. He's one of the best headers of the ball in the world football. But we need him onto the pitch. But trust me, there are things that happen on the pitch and they demoralize all the players. That goal that came in through against Harry Maguire, if you are a player at Manchester United, you can't get annoyed. And I know if United is traveling back by bus or plane, they are really going to look at Harry Maguire and they're going to tell him, please, you are costing us games. Don't you see it? Don't you see it, Mr. Harry Maguire? Because this is you are putting our team onto a line. You get? I think it's time we rather even play with 10 players because we are supposed to mark Maguire. Rafael Varane should know that if at all he's marking the opponents, he should also mark Harry Maguire amongst the opponents of Manchester United because he isn't going to let United prevail. Because most games that are won at 1-0 are really very, 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 very hard to come out and save because we came up, opened up Burnley, hit it, and we scored 1 goal. And Harry Maguire wins the night in there. The luxury played the player onside in there. But what did Harry Maguire do? So I will feel like we need Ronaldo to that pitch and we just have to keep up doing the needful. But I really feel like Rangnick should really put a player who goes by names of Harry Maguire out of Manchester United. Ralph Rangnick has said the way that we allowed them to score, we did not defend the situation well. That's it. And if he says we didn't defend the situation well, can he really come out and point out a player? And the player is the captain. And who is the captain? Is Harry Maguire. He is the player that really led to all this because the way you go into that space, you should go there with an aim. You just don't go there aimlessly because I really feel like Harry Maguire went there without an aim. Now, you come out and tell us that it was a close tackle, you wouldn't go in for it. What was your aim to go into that? You would have stood and let him go to have a keeper to beat. Because you were there, your presence costed nothing. He never felt your pressure. And what was your aim to go into that Rodriguez run? You get? You never know. Even if you're not even there, the slide of Luke Shaw would have made even a clear tackle, or would have really slept into him. If at all Luke Shaw, who was miles away, ran and found him and really slipped into him, what did you do? Who you was close? Ragnick went ahead to say 1 point for a performance like this is just not enough. He told BT Sport that is Rough Ragnick in there for you, and I really feel like what he's saying is okay. But United should know that when you get a chance of really slating a team like Burnley the first half, go ahead and do it. Because if you don't go ahead and do it, for them when they get a chance, they're really going to come out and equalize you and close you down. This is what you get when you don't utilize your chances. Every time you get a chance like this to score and break down a team. The same thing happened against Middlesbrough. We got chances, we never scored those chances, and when Middlesbrough equalized, the reverse came to us, and we were knocked out of the FA Cup in there. A chance that we only had to come up and at least win a silverware this season in there. So to me, I will feel like Burnley never deserved, but because they really used their one chance that they got, they really deserved it. They deserved it. They deserved it. So I will feel like United needs to get serious. And that midfield area is still disturbing us. Us not having a CDM. Look at Scott McTominay. Do you remember anything that Scott McTominay did onto that pitch? I never felt his presence. I only felt Paul Pogba, because Paul Pogba is a possessing midfielder in there. He got that ball, he played in very well, and to me is my man of the match. I don't know who your man of the match was, but to me I feel like Paul Pogba is my man of the match for this game of Manchester United 1, Burnley 1. In there. That has been the highlights and match reaction show in here onto the Manchester United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty Lord protect you guys and all the viewers of this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. Those were my views. That's how I saw this game. There are very many points that I feel like I've left out, like the Sancho performance was really brilliant. Bruno Fernandes really looked good. Ronaldo again disappointing, getting 2 chances and he couldn't really couldn't even put any of those on target. Leave alone scoring them, but he couldn't put any of those on target. That is something very concerning in there, because is Ronaldo losing his scoring boot in there? That's another question we should really ask ourselves and get an answer to it. I sign out for now. See